So you're standing in a place that you don't want to be. Let's say it's the subject of checking into a hotel. And you've been in a few hotels that have not treated you very well, and so you've sort of got that vibe going. But things generally go well in your life, so it's not a big thing for you. But you didn't do any scripting about it. You didn't really take the time to clean up your energy about it. You just had an experience, and you just left that experience where it was as you complained for 15 or 20 minutes about the last experience. So you've got something activated in your vibration that is on its way to manifesting at the very next hotel you arrive at. So you arrive at the hotel, and you explain to them that you would like a sleeping room that is near the elevator. And they announce to you that your sleeping room has already been assigned, and it is the furthest one in the hotel from the elevator. And then you explain that you called that morning, and in fact, someone confirmed that they would hold a room for you near the elevator. And then this person stares back at you blankly and says, "I'm sorry, this is the only room that we have available for you." Now, here you are living a manifestation. In other words, it doesn't matter how you got there. Magellan does not say, "What were you thinking? What did you last say?" Magellan only says, "Well, here you are. Where would you like to be?" So you say, "What's wrong with this hotel?" as you fork off in the opposite direction of what you want. And then you say, "Somebody should call somebody," as you fork off in the direction of what you do not want. And then you look at the young man behind the desk and you think, "You are a powerless person who has no ability to give me what I want," as you fork off in the wrong direction still further. Now, not only are you not improving the relationship between where you are and the improved room that you want, but you're setting yourself up for future things going wrong. So, at any point along the way, if you care about the way you feel more than you care about which room you get right now, can you hear this? If you care more about the way you feel than you care about which room you get right now, if you could just relax and say to the young man behind the desk, "You know, I am the creator of my own reality." And I don't know how I've managed it, but I have assigned myself a crappy room. And while I would like to blame you, because it always feels better to blame you than to take responsibility for my own creation, I am the creator of my own reality, as you begin forking off in the better direction. And then you say, "Really, I've coped with far greater things than a room that's far. And there are a lot more important things in this world, and I imagine even for you to do, than to fuss over my room. And so I'll relive the consequences of what I've set into motion before. But with this effort and with every word I speak, from this point forward, I'm going to fork off in the direction of better feeling rooms." And you know, the best feeling room to me is one that is all nice and cool when I get into it. And it's one that has been very nicely tended to by some lovely attendant before I got there. And it's one that's situated in the hotel in perfect proximity to the things that are important to me. It's in a building like this magnificent building that someone has had the foresight of orchestrating and identifying and planning and had the resources to actually bring it to a manifestation. How lovely it is, you could say to this young man, that somebody that you work for had the foresight to build a magnificent building like this that can benefit me in the way that it benefits me. I will take my key, sweet one, and I will live the consequences of my past vibration while I look forward to what the universe now has lined up for me, because right here, right now, I cleaned it up. You see how it works? Every moment of every day, you have these forks where you can go closer towards something that you want or further from something that you want. You want to demand the world give you what you want. And we say, the world cannot give you what you are demanding. The world is giving you what you're deserving. The world cannot give you what you're demanding. The world is giving you what you're offering vibrationally. And nobody can change what you're offering vibrationally but you. And we think the reason that you're not very good at it yet is because you want to change too much too fast. You want the manifestation to change right now. And we want you to just take this opportunity to mold your vibration, because as you take this opportunity to mold your vibration, and this one, 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 not only do you feel better along the way, not only do you have more friendly clerks across the counter, not only do you uplift rather than make people feel terrible, you feel better along your way, your journey is brighter and brighter, and the manifestations that reach out to you, the people that you rendezvous with, they are equivalent to the vibrational forks that you take in the road. You are the creator of your own reality because you are the chooser of the thought right now. Don't be hard on yourself if you're standing in the place where you've been chopped off at the knees, where you've been hit in the gut, where you're feeling awful. Don't feel bad. Don't beat up on yourself for not being able to choose the best thought you've ever thought. Just choose the best thought you can find from where you are. In other words, just fork off gently in the direction of what is important to you. And before you know it, your path will get brighter and sweeter and brighter and sweeter, and the people who watch you will say, you know, you amaze me. Things go well everywhere you go. Why is that so? And you say, I've come to expect it. And many of them will say, they don't want to hear how you expect things to go well. They'll say, oh, that's because you're rich. Oh, that's because you have an entourage that travels with you. We promise you, no entourage can buck your current. There is no one in the world that can prepare your path for you but you. You're the only one who can prepare your path for you, you see. You are all as rich as everyone else because you all have the resources of the universe at your fingertips. And when you take the time, when you care enough to take the time to find the better feeling thought, now you're moving towards something that will please you. Every step you take, you are marching toward a manifestation. And if you feel good while you're stepping, you're marching, marching, marching toward things that are going to delight you when they get there. And if you're ornery, if you're unhappy, if you are frustrated, if you are blameful, if you are angry, if you are hateful, if you are revengeful, if you are fearful, if you are depressed, you are marching, marching, marching toward things that are going to augment that feeling of depression, of anger, of frustration. In other words, the way you feel must net you more stuff that feels like the way you feel. The better it gets, 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 the worse 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 it gets. You cannot defy the laws of the universe. Please give it up. Stop trying to use your words and your action for the stuff that attitude and mood and vibration are to do. In other words, mold yourself into place. As Jerry and Esther come to a place like this, there is a lot of planning that goes into place months in advance. A lot of reservations are made, and a lot of phone calls are made, and a lot of faxes are sent back and forth. A lot of energy is expended in order to make sure that things go right. And we say, all of that action is nice, and it may even be necessary in this world in which you are living, but why not make the same vibrational preparation for everything that is important to you? In other words, send vibrational faxes, send vibrational telephone calls, send vibrational expectations. In other words, do the vibrational work before you do the action work, and the action work will be a fraction of what it has been before. If you take the time to do the vibrational work first, you won't have to offer nearly as much action. You'll begin to discover that the things that are important for you just unfold for you because the universe is at your fingertips. The fairies of the universe are there for you. You are the center of an enormous entourage that means to please you. And when you, through your magnificent deciphering of contrast, give birth to a rocket of desire, that rocket of desire is duly noted, understood, and absolutely agreed with by all of the resources of the universe, and now all you've got to do is to get into vibrational compliance with what you are asking for. Isn't that nice to know? We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. We'll talk about the emotional scale. We'll reactivate your vibrations within you. We will assist you in finding a better feeling place. We will help you with step 3 of the creative process, which is coming into vibrational alignment with what you're asking for. Step 1, you don't have to worry about. Contrast makes you take that step. Contrast causes you to desire or focus or prefer. Step 2, not your work anyway. Source and all of the resources of Source answer your request. That's that vibrational alignment. That's that one point of vibrational relativity that happens instantaneously. So your only work is step 3. And step 3 is, can I find a thought right now that feels a little better than the thought I've been thinking? That's all step 3 is. Finding a thought that causes me to feel a vibration or a feeling of relief. So there is allowing of what I want or disallowing of what I want. There is allowing of what I want or resisting what I want. You are practicing the art of allowing or the art of resisting. When you're forking off toward things you want, you're practicing the art of allowing. When you're forking off to things you don't want, you're practicing the art of resistance. And every day and every moment of your life experience is a perfect reflection of how you've been forking. Good. You have some things you want to talk about? What brings you here? Specifics? Generalities? You want to take thought beyond that which it has been before? When you arrived, you were full of questions that we've just answered. And so let's all go to the beach. You were full of questions that we've just answered, and now you're a little shy about talking about the nitty-gritty because all the things you planned on saying, you know, are forking you off in the wrong direction. And often you're a little tongue-tied about going in the direction of your desire because you haven't been practicing those scenarios so much. It's easy to justify where you stand and explain why things aren't going well, but it takes a little bit of effort, doesn't it, to reach in the other direction. Begin right here. Yes.